So I could review 50 Shades of Domestic Violence dressed up as mom porn, but I'm gonna pass because I don't give 50 Shades of Brown about that movie. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and guess if you're watching this guy's show, you don't either. So let's talk about some good, wholesome entertainment. It's showtime. Hello there, internets. I am Rick Wolf, and you are watching The Cynicist, a clickbait show watched by several dozens of people. I realize I'm looking quite a bit like the nostalgia critic here, but the beanie just looked hella stupid with this getup. So, cadet hat, which also looks hella stupid with this getup, but less so. But I just had to wear a suit for Better Call Saul. Come on. Better Call Saul tells the story of how down-and-out lawyer Jimmy McGill becomes the comic relief on Breaking Bad. I know a lot of people were kind of down on this concept out of fear that it would somehow tarnish Breaking Bad's flawless legacy, or that the show couldn't possibly be as thrilling because we know Saul survives to become Walter White's lawyer. Somewhat valid concerns. I'll be the first to say I'm a massive Breaking Bad fan, and while I would agree that it had a near-perfect run and an amazing ending, worrying about its flawless legacy is a little too fanboyish for me. In any case, you really don't need to worry because the Star Wars prequel's Better Call Saul ain't. As for knowing Saul's in no danger of buying it, dude, there is plenty of other things to enjoy in the show. This isn't Breaking Bad. You can't let who lives and who dies be your main source of suspense. There are a whole slew of new interesting characters, and I'm anxious to see how Gilligan weaves them into the Breaking Bad mythos. Prime example, Saul's shut-in big brother, played by none other than comedy legend Michael McKean, who's suffering from some kind of disorder that compels him to wrap himself in space blankets. What's that about? The show still has that Vince Gilligan magic that takes mundane settings and somehow makes everything around them extraordinarily fascinating through stellar writing and outstanding performances from the cast. Bob Odenkirk is every bit as pitch perfect as he was on Breaking Bad, and much to the delight of guys like me that love a healthy dose of yucks with their drama. Oh, I love me some yucks. Okay, these lights are hot, I cannot do this anymore. Much better. I will say I wish it was just a little more funny. This is pretty subtle, dark comedy where you're expected to laugh at psychopath drug dealers thinking up ways to murder people. But so far, each episode has had an absolutely hysterical moment in it. The only way this car is worth $500 is if there's a $300 hooker sitting in it. So is Breaking Bad required viewing to enjoy Better Call Saul? Well, we're only 2 episodes in, and we've already had 2 massively rewarding cameos from Breaking Bad alumni, and I won't lie, I have to imagine the tickle factor goes down a substantial amount if you don't know who those people become. But not having watched Breaking Bad is in no way going to make Better Call Saul hard to follow or unentertaining. It's not like binge-watching Breaking Bad would be difficult for you if you still don't want to dive in uninitiated either. Hit Netflix, sucker! I know it's just started, but I'm tentatively giving Better Call Saul a full life meter. There, aren't you glad we didn't spend the last few minutes talking about a shitty movie based on a shitty book? Oh, and I'm not talking about 50 Shades of Grey the book, I'm talking about Twilight. That's right, 50 Shades of Grey started off as a Twilight fanfiction. Why won't it die? Twilight can join the pantheon of supernatural horror killers now. And seriously, if your girlfriend drug you to 50 Shades of Grey this weekend, just break it off now, dude. I'm not kidding. End it. There are plenty of self-respecting ladies out there with the mental capacity to ignore hype and know insulting garbage when they see it. I bet on Monday they might just be tuning into AMC to watch the 3rd episode of Better Call Saul. Speaking of AMC, did anyone see the mid-season premiere of The Walking Dead? Why does anyone still watch that show? I had hopes since season 5 so far had started to win me back, but this was just more padding, more taking itself way too seriously, drab monologuing from uninteresting characters and not being moving, just resoundingly morose and depressing. I applaud the attempt to do a realistic character-driven zombie apocalypse, I do. But hey, just like most of us could have guessed, it wouldn't actually be an ounce of fun, and neither is watching The Walking Dead. Congratulations, you've sucked every ounce of fun out of my favorite monster. I've got to go watch Shaun of the Dead to get this taste out of my mouth. Excuse me. Oh, that was refreshing. So, have you called Saul? Do you think it fits right into the Breaking Bad universe, or do you think Vince Gilligan probably should have just let sleeping Heisenbergs lie? Let me know. If you dug this video, give that subscribe button a hit and don't talk any shit. Huh. Usually something happens to cut off my shit. Oh well. Enjoy my shit. God, I am glad I paid $8 for this suit at Savers. I hate these sleeves. Look at these Franken arms I got going on. I hate this. 50 Shades of Grey.